Hey Hoyas, it's Christian. As many of you know, my
I'm Katie Buff.
I'm Callan Hogan.
I'm Sarah Beth Crawford.
And I'm Taylor Watson.
And boy, do we have a show for you today.
Be sure to stay tuned until the very end to get the full HoyaVision final show experience.
Y'all, I can't believe this is our last time on HoyaVision.
I'm gonna cry.
I don't even want to talk about it. It's heartbreaking.
We've been in this program for so long, and we need to pay a tribute to our dedication to this class.
Well, Raymond and Bethany were thoughtful enough to put together a video to recognize and celebrate all the seniors in the HoyaVision program.
Show us what you got, Raymond and Bethany.
Hey Hoyas, welcome to our final episode of HoyaVision. This entire episode is going to be highlighting our seniors here in this class and our final goodbyes to them. In this show, you're going to be seeing all of the clips from old previous episodes, and we're going to be showing you the comparison right here, right now.
My overall experience was really good, actually. I learned a lot, and I had just a lot of fun.
Overall experience with HoyaVision was that it's a great class. It's taught me a lot of life skills, and I've made such good friends in the class. I just think I've had a great experience with it.
Always loved being like in front of a camera and talking and explaining stories.
Yeah, so the dream is to direct films for like feature films and write them, and broadcast is also in my mind too, because I've had a lot of fun with that. But I've always dreamed about directing films ever since I've seen Star Wars.
My first time going on desk, I was so nervous, and editing, I had no idea how to do it, but Mr. Phelps and the people in my class really helped with becoming better at going on desk and editing.
I'd say editing, and also my communication skills have like really improved, and like hand gestures and like communicating just like in general.
We're going to miss you so much next year, and I know I will. Now, here are Christian, Byrd, Larry, and Mark.
Thanks, guys. That was Pog Champ. What does that mean, Byrd? That means that something's cool or good.
Well, speaking of birds, Miss Barry's class had a few chickens hatch this past week.
That's right. I've been documenting the whole process.
That's right. I really want to see that.
Well, let's crack into that segment.
Poggers!
Hey Hoyas, it's Christian. As many of you know, my mom is the zoology teacher here at the school. Lately, they've been doing a birds and reptiles unit where they hatch eggs, and I've been documenting it from the beginning. I'm real excited to show it to y'all.
Sure, these guys are small and cute, but a lot can be learned from them.
About a month ago, while we were still in the arthropod unit, because we have to give 21 days for the eggs to actually incubate and hatch. I want them to just see the cycle of life that most kids know that obviously chickens lay eggs, but they don't recognize how chickens actually get the egg inside of them, what the difference between a fertile and an infertile egg is. And so I would like for them to understand just the concept behind their life cycle. We use the chickens to teach about just amniotic eggs, to learn about the life cycle of just birds and reptiles in general. And then we also teach them about just how to care for them.
I would say that having the chickens in our classroom definitely helped me understand a lot about the unit that we're going through, which is birds and reptiles. Having that visual example definitely helped me comprehend the life cycle of a chicken and an egg, and it was actually really cool to see that happen in person.
This is probably one of the coolest and most unique projects I've ever seen in a classroom setting, and I hope you all enjoy it, and I really hope you take zoology. This has been Christian Barry, and we'll send it back to the desk.
Hey Hoyas, I'm Maria Valdez.
And I'm Bethany Cates.
And I'm Lauren Leach. And did you both just see that segment?
I did, Lauren. I don't think I've ever seen such a thing. Me either. Wasn't that just excellent?
Yes, Lauren, it really was. And so are our sports teams.
Which is why for our last time this year, let's send it over to HSPN with James and Cassidy for our final sports updates.
Good morning, Hoyas.
And welcome back to our final episode of HSPN.
Wow, James, we really have come a long way this year.
We hate for it to be over, but we do have a great show for you today, highlighting the many sports who had a great year this year in Harrison's first year in 7A, which is the hardest conference in Georgia.
We're going to kick this year off with golf and gymnastics, and for more information, here's our very own Hayden.
It's about not only our boys but our amazing girls golf team. Unfortunately, they did get off to a rough start to the season. However, they have rebounded tremendously and have been able to clinch a spot in state, and we hope to see you guys do well next week. I got a chance to talk to some players and see what their thoughts on the season were.
We have a decent chance at winning state. We just need to work hard, and it will be pretty cool. But we all have the talent, and we are really excited, putting in all our effort.
So this year, season's been going pretty good. Had some ups and downs, won some tournaments, didn't win some tournaments, but we had state here in a week, and I'm sure we'll be able to pull around and take home the dub.
Hey Hoyas, I'm here again, this time with an exclusive look into our gymnastics team. Despite tough competition this year, they dominated the region, and through perseverance were able to push the right all the way to state championship. It was a wonderful season for the Lady Hoyas, so let's check out what the players thought of their season.
Our practices are really chill, and I always have so much fun hanging out with my friends. We had such a great season, and I had so much fun competing at all the meets. We also have an awesome coach, and none of this would have been possible without him. I met so many cool people through this program, and I can't wait to come back next year. We have a really small team, and we're looking for anyone who wants to come out and try new things with us.
Thank you so much, Hayden, and a big congrats to all of our golf and gymnastics Hoyas on an amazing season.
Next up, we're hearing from Bianca, who had the honor of covering women's soccer this year.
Hey Hoyas, I'm Bianca Sanchez, and this year I got the chance to cover our very own girls soccer team. They had an incredible season this year. Now heading into 7A, they finished with an overall record of 13-5-2, and their region record was 9-1, placing them in first for regions. Heading into the playoffs, they went 10-0 against Pebblebrook and 6-0 against Grayson. Their season ended after losing to Roswell in penalty kicks. In my opinion, I feel their best game was against Walton because they scored in the last 45 seconds, double overtime, winning 2-1 against Walton. I got the chance to talk to Shelby Walling about the overall season, so let's take a look at this.
It would probably be the hardest working team I've ever seen, just because I didn't get to play this season because I was injured. But like everyone on the team was just constantly working hard all the time for each other and like for the team. So it's the hardest working people I've ever seen. Probably our game against Walton when we won. We won. Well, it was that we had lost to them on our senior night, and then we won. We went to their home field and we won in double overtime. We scored in the last 45 seconds of the double overtime. So it was probably my favorite game of the season. It was insane.
Thank you.
The girls had a great season this year, and Coach Gross did an amazing job with them.
Speaking of Coach Gross, he can do it all. Not only did he succeed with the girls, he can do it with the boys too.
That's right. I personally got the chance to cover the boys this year, and let me tell you, it was awesome. They finished with an overall record of 13-4 and a region record of 8-2, which made them region runner-ups. Going to the playoffs, they beat East Coweta 4-1 and Tift County 4-0 before unfortunately falling to South Forsyth in penalty kicks in the Elite Eight. They came off a year where they were supposed to make playoffs and win state, but they were cut short due to COVID, and then this year they are bumped into 7A and made the playoffs for the first time since I was in middle school. And as someone who went to every game this year, I can tell you these boys are awesome.
Oh my goodness! This season means a lot. Our season last year was rough, but we're coming back for it this year. Yeah, after going up 2-0, and then at halftime, then conceding 2-1, we kind of flipped the switch. We started going a lot faster, working a lot harder off the ball. It's a great feeling. That's the most goals I've scored in a game, and just to help my team that much, it means the world to me.
Oh! Take it, BJ.
Oh man, he's there.
Congrats, boys, again on an amazing season.
Next up, we have our very own Riley Curtis to tell us how baseball did this year.
Thanks, guys. I can't believe the season's over. They sure did have a great run. They finished the season winning 18 out of their total 30 games, having one of their biggest wins against Pope. This year, I got the chance to talk to Coach Elkins about how he felt about the overall season. Those boys definitely gave it their all, especially the seniors. I know they are going to be greatly missed next year, and there's going to be several spots to fill.
And I think a good way to sum up the Harrison baseball season is that we were really good for what we had, because we had a lot of inexperience on the team, and we took it a long ways and we made it to the playoffs, and we worked with what we have.
Well, going into the year, we had a lot of question marks. We had two really large senior classes the previous 2 seasons, so going into it, we had again a lot of question marks. We weren't sure how things were going to be moving up into a larger classification, moving into a new region that's always really good at baseball.
Congrats on an amazing season, baseball boys.
Next up, we have Connor Woods, who is going to cover our men's lacrosse team.
Thanks, James. Hey, Hoyas, I'm Connor Woods. I've had the privilege to not only have been able to cover lacrosse this season for HSPN, but also to play for the team. We went 12-5 this season with a 71% win rate. We won first in the 6A, 7A region and made it all the way to second round playoffs. It was an incredible season, but just don't take my word for it. Spencer and Elijah have it all covered.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
That's so open.
Let's go, Trent. Let's go, Eli.
If I could describe this one lacrosse season, I would describe it as amazing, because I don't think I could even describe the connection that I had with all my teammates. I love each and every one of them, and to this year, unlike every other season I've ever played with them, I've deeply connected with them, and this was probably one of my favorite seasons of Harrison.
I would describe this season as an opportunity to get to spend time and build closer bonds and build a family with lacrosse team.
Great job to our Lax boys this year.
Next, we have fan favorite Jackson Dean here to tell us all about men's tennis.
Hello, my name is Jackson Dean, and I'm here to talk about the Hoya tennis team. The varsity team made it all the way to the state Final Four. They had an overall scoring of 14-1, with a league scoring of 5-1, and a 93% win rate. They have won every home game and lost only one away game. This is the farthest the varsity team has gone since the early 2000s. The JV team was the runner-up in the Carrollton tournament, which was the highlight of their season, and despite losing a decent number of matches, the JV team showed that they were a force to be reckoned with. So without further ado, let's see the Hoya Tennis varsity and JV recap to hear what Kyle and CJ have to say about their season.
Yeah, so the varsity tennis team, I feel like did pretty good in their season. We got really far, so I'm pretty proud of us. We pretty much did what we were supposed to do. We got as far as we could, tried really hard, and stuff like that. Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was a great season. I think all the guys did really great. It was unfortunate the way we ended it, but I think we grew so much as a team over the year. I had really fun with this team. We went so far. It's unfortunate that we lost Dan Lambert, but they're a great team, and I'm not upset with how we played with all our matches. So it's a great season. Can't wait for next year.
Thanks, Jackson, and great job this year to our tennis team for their Final Four appearance.
Next up, we have Zach, who is still covering a team that is still fighting for a state championship.
Thanks, Cassie and James. My name is Zach Tafelsky, and me and Owen Lucas have had the pleasure of covering this past season of track and field. We've seen an unforgettable season with a historic team and individual performances. In fact, this season has been so successful that it's still not even over yet. These individuals have all made it to state finals for our team. Samantha McGarty and Riley Perlikowski for the girls 800, Sully Shelton and Parker Buckgeit for the boys 800, Chase Burtson for the 100 and 200, and Bryce Stanfield for the boys discus and shot put, Tori Iril for discus, and Charles Kaneju for triple jump. Sully Shelton in the 1600 and 3200, and Parker Buckheit in the 400. Riley Perkowski is also in the 1600 and 3200, among many others. We wish them the best of luck as state finals continue today and tomorrow, especially for our seniors making their final performances. We wish them all the best of luck following their time here at Harrison. We know our athletes give it their all this season, and who better than Coach Scott and top runner Parker Buckheit to sum up the season for us?
I would say our track scene has been very successful. Our boys finished second in the region. Our girls were fourth in the region, but we both have, both the boys and the girls teams have multiple kids at the state meet level, which starts tomorrow. We have 4x4, 4x8, 800, 1600, all represented by both boys and girls.
I didn't run exactly what I wanted to, but taking the win was definitely a goal of mine, considering I had never won county before, with junior kind of being canceled a little halfway through the season. And it was definitely really awesome to win, especially winning 3 events was pretty awesome. Going 3 for 3 was definitely a big goal of mine.
We have pole vault represented by boys and girls, shot put represented by boys and girls. We have discus, high jump, and triple jump. So we've got a bunch of kids at the state meet. So I would say the season's been a very good success.
Good luck tonight, Hoyas. We are so proud of you.
We actually do have an update from last night. Riley Perlikowski is the state champion in the 1600. She ran 5:01. And the girls team also won the 4x8 with an amazing time of 9:22. And Sully Shelton won the 3200 and set a state record with the absurd time of 8:50. And speaking of state championships, we have none other than our men's volleyball team, recapped by Noah.
Hey Hoyas, my name is Noah Alfieri, and men's volleyball had an outstanding season. The volleyball team made it to state champions in region finals. I got a statement from the coach about the season and how the players improved. I also got the winning shot for the men's volleyball championship. Let's see what the coach had to say.
The boys volleyball program had an amazing season this year. We won state for the first time in over 8 years. The boys did such a great job pulling together. It didn't matter what the score was. They were playing their game the whole time and beat out 6 teams last Saturday to win the state tournament. It was amazing. As far as improvement over the season, I think our boys did. We had some players coming in with some experience from the off season. We had some coming in who had played for us a couple years, and then we had players coming in that had never played before. And I think everybody stepped up. They really put a lot of time and effort and energy into just maxing out what they can do with this sport, and it paid off with that title.
Huge congrats to the boys out there for winning state.
We are honored to have been able to cover Harrison sports this year, and we hope everyone enjoyed it.
Thank you for tuning into HSPN.
For the last time ever, I'm Cassidy Colbreth.
And I'm James Boyle, signing out.
Hey Hoyas, I'm Raymond Calra.
And I'm Gabby Smith.
And welcome back to the final HoyaVision. We're sitting here not because we're seniors.
Only because we're the last one standing.
Exactly. You'll see us here again in August for more HoyaVision. But for now, Gabby and I are getting ready for our senior year.
Raymond, I am really nervous for our final year.
Me too. All of my friends are seniors, but I still don't know all the intricate details about graduation and stuff like that.
Well, Maria and I got some good advice to share with you so we can both calm our nerves.
Well, let's hand it over to Maria and Gabby for seniorizing advice.
Hey Hoyas, it's Maria Valdez. The 2020 to 2021 school year is quickly coming to a close. This means that several of you are approaching your senior year. And with that being said, there are a couple of seniors here to give you some advice. Take it away, guys.
Try to make someone stay and make people feel loved is something that I find that has really been a fun part of my 4 years.
Some advice I would give to undermen class would be to work hard but also play hard and enjoy these 4 years of high school while they last.
Thank you both for this valuable advice. I hope some of you younger Hoyas use it. Now, back to the show.
Okay, well, I hope that makes all the underclassmen feel a little better.
I hope so too.
Absolutely. I am definitely going to be coming back and visiting.
Hey, didn't Byrd make something showing what it's like to be a senior in HoyaVision?
Yeah, I think he did.
Now let's tribute the rest of the seniors here in HoyaVision.
With a special video from the man himself, Andrew Byrd.
Hey Hoyas,
Recently, I got the opportunity to interview a couple seniors in HoyaVision and how they feel about leaving after all these years. Let's go check it out.
I think everybody has had their contributions through the show, whether you've been on HSPN or HoyaVision. I wouldn't necessarily say I've bettered HoyaVision, but I definitely have. I feel like my contribution, I hope it won't be forgotten. I really was blessed to have the opportunity of expressing some of my creativity on this platform by making some comedy sketches for the show. I think my favorite skit of all time would have to be the make-believe skit. I just thought that for some reason it was one of the funniest things I've had, and I've had a lot of input from other people making that one, and I felt like some of the jokes were really good or underappreciated, in my opinion.
I think in the beginning of the class, like when we were virtual, I was very secluded and I didn't really participate much in this class. I didn't even turn segments in, and I completely ignored the fact that James was my partner because I didn't want to be his partner. And then now we're partners, and I have a lot of fun in this class, and we turn segments in, and yeah, it's pretty fun now.
What are you gonna miss the most about this class?
Probably just like the environment, everything about it. I'm gonna miss Phelps. I'm gonna miss like our crew and being partners with James and Mark for sure. I'm definitely gonna miss our directors and our producers, Catherine and Tate and Andrew and I guess but yeah, I'm gonna miss coming in here every morning and this being the first thing I do every morning.
Well, if that didn't bring tears to your eyes, I don't know what will. See you next time, Hoyas.
Thanks, Linda. Welcome back to Weather or Not, where I'm going to tell you if there's going to be weather or not. I'm Sunny Thunder, and let's end this thing by finishing it.
This isn't exactly the weather, but we do have clear skies ahead. Since we are seniors, this is our last day in person.
Oh, snap.
I mean, Sunny, what do you plan to do after all this?
Well, I might go with my second choice, the Weather Channel.
I certainly hope they don't see our blooper reel.
Well, too bad we're about to publicly broadcast it.
Blooper reel. Get over it.
Oh, yeah.
Like to take out those as soon as they watch.
Are you in pain?
Who wrote the note? Who's whispering in the freaking background?
Yeah. Hold that. Hold that.
I love you all, okay? Except for Connor.
Can I strike it now?
Do it. Your thoughts are terrible.
Silence. Why are you sleeping?
I'm Katie Bob.
Have a great day, boys.
Well, that wraps up our final show.
Thank you so much for your support towards our program.
We couldn't do it with all y'all.
We would love to stay and tell your stories, but sadly, it's time for us to depart and start our journey after high school.
I'm really gonna miss you guys.
And we're really gonna miss our audience too.
Guys, I'm gonna cry. I love y'all.
This has truly been an amazing opportunity to show our audience a glimpse of the fabulous things we have going on at Harrison High School.
Thank you guys for welcoming me on this team and supporting me on this journey.
I'm so thankful for this experience to tell your stories.
We wish everyone the best of luck on their journeys after high school.
Thanks for everyone.
As always, I'm Katie Boff.
I'm Lauren Leach.
I'm Christian Barry.
I'm James Boyle.
I'm Sarah Beth Crawford.
I'm Andrew Byrd.
I'm Callan Hogan.
And I'm Bethany Cates.
I'm Larry Sells.
I'm Maria Valdez.
I'm Cassidy Colbreth.
And I'm Mark Harris.
And I'm Taylor Watson.
Have a fantastic summer, Hoyas.
We will keep in touch.
Bye.